Orientation is lock. Is lock. Rotate device back. What is this shit? I swear to God, it's just everything with this damn. What is it? What does that mean? Device locked. So I'm gonna flip my fucking lid. First of all, I'm gonna make sure this is on automatic. So I gotta worry about whatever it's gonna do with that, and then I'll just play the stream on the computer. That way, I'll be able to monitor it. I don't have time for this. I gotta work on this thing.
Play the stream on the.
Okay, so what happens if it tilts? Nothing. Okay, why is it my phone screen acting like, oh, you tilted it? It's gonna roll it up. Okay, let me just pop it here. This should be fine. Yeah. Okay, I really sincerely like you to stop fucking my dick. And just, there we go. Will that work? Something tells me this is gonna fall and crush my head. Is it zoomed in? It feels zoomed in. I just want to put this down so I can get to work. Okay, it was zoomed in. Thank you. Thank you, God. I have a distinct memory of that line from Jackass, the movie. And I'm pretty sure it was when Steve-O and Chris Pontius, and I believe Jackass 2, went into the ocean, and Chris Pontius put a hook through Steve-O's mouth and then casted him into the water with sharks. And then Steve-O wasn't having that shit. He was like, get me back on the fucking boat. Get me out about that. And he's like, thank you. You know, thanks, God. Steve-O said that, and then Chris Pontius said, you bastard. Something like that. Okay. So I've written down the actors I feel like I gotta holler at. I got a to-do list of things I need to get done with that. This book is giving me the fucking blues, man, because there's so much little small details in here that have to be translated over into writing the story the right way. Now I've got most of the main characters written down here, but there's a few that I don't think I'm going to get around to put in film studio. I'll never be able to find this again if I lose it. Script. I'm in my AI. I'm asking, okay, I better ask it where my characters are because that's what I need. It's not telling me where my characters are. Characters. Okay, I'm just going to type in characters. This AI suck. Jesus Christ, it keeps putting the fucking apostrophe. Character list. Script breakdown. I think I found it. I'm finally back in the Matrix. Okay, so I have all my... Oh, yes! So what I did was, in order to turn this into something digital so that I could turn it into something that I could use to write the script with, because it's from this book that she wrote. So I had to read the chapter, record myself reading it, then transcribe that, then turn that to a PDF, then put it into Gemini so that it would break down all the information. So now I know all my locations, I know all of my characters, and which characters are in those locations, and then a scene list. So I've got, God bless it, 13 scenes that I got to get together and make sure that I have written down and how they're going to play out. I have all the rest of tonight to not only put down what the fuck is going to happen with that, but what's going to happen next with that. Play Erica. Erica the rapist. Eric the rapist. Play Erica National Anthem. I don't know who that is. Am I a musician? Aren't we all? Okay, so 13 scenes, starting off with a briefing, which happens inside the Batcave, the transformation from China into her hooker persona inside the Batcave, then the commute going from the Batcave downtown Detroit, then the sting, which is, her walking the runway on the streets and her becoming, the prostitute, then the arrest, and then takedowns, then the premonition, sees the black SUV, Mexican. Right. But that isn't a premonition that happens. Then the shooting, then the trauma response, then the ER chaos, then the life review, because your flashback when you about to get killed, and then the realization, which is us making a realization, not the character, realizing that this character isn't the same as the narrator and that she's narrating another woman's life. There's a bunch of fucking chaos. And then the last thing is the epilogue / awakening when the character, the what do you call it? The narrator discusses the dream and the lessons on corruption. Damn. So I really got to figure out who all these people are. This is going to be so fucking tough, especially to get done tonight. So I'm going to need, motherfuckers to play. What is this? Am I a rapper? No, I record rappers. I record people and I help them bring their dreams to life. This is a woman who has a book and she has a dream of turning this into an actual film. So she's employed me to put this vision to life and to make this into something that is real. So that is my task for tonight. I'm looking to see how many actors I'm going to need. And I got a list right here. So I might as well list off all these characters because Jesus. And I wrote this in black marker and it seemed like this shit is just, it's erasing, but it's just taking forever. Jesus. Okay. China, I know who that's going to be, but I need characters for. Now, mind you, I didn't write these characters. These characters in her book. It's called Behind the Badge. You can get it places online. Lieutenant Dan leads the roll call and commands the scene. Tiger is the driver and lookout. Black is a lookout that's dressed as a bum. Sugar, Stone, Young, and Drake are takedown arresting officers. Sergeant Salt tailed the crew in the Grand Prix. And the John is the young man in the Pistons gear. Nicole, Marie, and Yvette are the main character's daughters. And Venus is a published author and sister in Christ. Woo! And it doesn't list off none of the fucking doctors that I need. It doesn't list off none of the doctors. And I think I'm going to Sugar, Stone, Young, and Drake are too many characters. I'm going to have too many niggas that's already got to play characters already. So I'm going to just try to Tiger, Black, Lieutenant Dan. It's wild that she called him Lieutenant Dan like Forrest Gump don't exist. Okay, so the two dudes can't be technically the two dudes aren't supposed to be the jump out boys. The jump out boys need to be separate people. So I'll put 4 cops. So Tiger and Black and Lieutenant Dan. So Tiger's the one who actually sits in the car and waits. And he's a lookout. And another dude is the one who's out there with her. She walks the streets. Hey, I'm a hooker. I'm walking the streets. And then, he's, I'm just a random guy. I'm just walking around. But he's actually a cop. He ready to bust any nigga that talked to this bitch talking about something. Hey, how much is the pussy? Now, in the book, she specifies that this man wearing all Pistons logo shit, had a nice chain on, had some Carl Kanai shit, just dressed dapper. And then he goes, so how much for a blowjob? $5? Nigga, in what world is a blowjob $5? Now, I know this does take place in the past. This does take place in 2001. But even in 2001, nigga, if you got a bitch doing blowjobs for $5, run. Run. Now, I get the request you have for some kind of the rapist, Erica, whatever. But you're gonna give me a copyright strike. I don't want, I don't want no, I don't want to play anything that's going to disrupt the process. Now, I do have some of my own videos and stuff like that. Perhaps I should check out and play something in the background. Perhaps that'll set the mood. Perhaps the mood will be set if I can put on something. But right now, I am trying to just figure out what I need to do first. I'm getting the characters written down. The little girl parts I wrote at the end, I don't need to worry about them. And there is a character named Sergeant Salt, but there's Lieutenant Dan and Sergeant Salt. And I think I'm going to amalgamate them into one character because I don't think I'm gonna have two older dudes that's gonna play the roles. Now, Lieutenant Dan, I think I'm gonna get that to be played by Sal, and I'm almost positive that he's available for that. So I'm just gonna write his name down. The Johns. Okay, so I'm gonna put main John, and then I'll put like 4 Johns. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 doctors. 1, 2. So 2 doctors. All the Johns, all the stuff. Did I miss anybody? And then Venus. There's technically a scene with Venus. And I guess I'll write that down. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 actors, not include my main actress, who's 16. 16 people to make this fucking thing a reality. Now, I'm kind of, it's not overwhelming. I'm actually here for it. I like it. It's a good vibe. I put on one of my beatbox sets. I feel like that'll be a good.
I am Joe Cop.
That'll be a good way to keep the mood flowing. Okay, you can catch this music that you might hear on my channel, and it's called We Outside. We Outside. PeterPromo. Very nice, very evil. Yeah. So that's my cast. Now I gotta get these locations down. The Life Review Flashbacks is in one location, so I'll write a new column for that. Locations. Hospital. I guess I should write these in order. So I'm listening to myself do a beatbox thing from last year when I was at my grandpa's house because he was dying and I was helping him to get his stuff together. But this is a live set, all beatboxing, all improv. If you want to check out the live video, We Outside, PeterPromo Beatbox, search that and you'll come right up. Now, locations. Getting this stuff together for the film, man, is just, oh shit. I love it, man. I love it, but it is a thing. It is definitely a thing. But I do love that I'm in the fucking zone. I'm doing film shit. I love it. Okay, so Batcave. Batcave. Lockers. Van. I call it the van. Bat car. I'm just gonna call it the van. So this all sets up the, you know what I'm saying, the opening scene is supposed to be in what they call the Batcave, but this is where all the cops are getting together and they're strategizing what they're gonna do on their heist to try to bust Johns. Think 21 Jump Street when he's with Ice Cube. Think about that. That's what the setup. Then in the locker room, she put her stockings on and started feeling all freaky and shit. Got bump and grind on. I gotta find song. Find strip music. Find strip music. Ain't nothing like, man, just fucking reminiscing on your own shit, bro. I feel like I need to like release this on iTunes. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so there's a sting. So I gotta find out. Where I'm gonna shoot. I'm just gonna call it Sting Street, okay? And then I'm in the alley. Because the alleyway is where there's a shooting, and then we have the trauma. Trauma is going to be hospital. Well, technically, I already have the scenes, the locations listed. The hospital. Ooh, there's a flashback of her coming. Wayne State. Shit. Wayne State, that might be a fucking location. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 locations, of which I have the van locked down. I need to figure out a way to like write down that I have it locked down, because maybe another pin. That's good. I don't have any of these other things technically locked down, so I gotta figure that out next. Find strip music. I gotta get that. I got my characters written out. I got the locations. Now I'm marking that some of the locations just down to downtown Detroit. Anime! What up, though? You know I got it. Okay, so I think I got most of the stuff I gotta do. Now this section here has all the actors that I gotta holler at. This is my to-do section so that as I go through these locations and set everything, I'll know what else I need to do outside of what I'm doing right now tonight. So I got one more section to write down here. I don't know where that's gonna go there. Props, maybe? Order lights. I have to order my lights. I should get on that shit tonight, but again, this one is called We Outside. It's on my channel, We Outside, PeterPromo Beatbox. This is a great set. Improv, great music, bro. Man, where the fuck is my blue cap at, man? It's capping, bro. I can't find my blue cap. Oh, smells fucking funky. I know let you go. Man, I'm fucked, bro. I don't know where the fuck my cap is, so this pen is gonna be dead by the time I want to fucking use it again. Damn, bro. That's not a damn P, that's a damn me. Fuck. Yeah, this is my motherfucking jam, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm gonna cut the big speaker on this time. Fuck with it. Bitch, 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 bitch. This just get me in the hype, get me in the zone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Locations are almost all set because I'm gonna go to film sets to film this. This is a spot called 36 Vision. You spell out 30, you just put the number 6 and then Vision. It's in Detroit. They offer a whole bunch of different film sets and stuff like that. All the tubi movies be going to do film that shit. So I think I'm gonna use that. And then the other parts are in just downtown Detroit. I just gotta go. Now I might go drive downtown tonight because I'm bored and I might just go down for a stroll. Just get some B-roll footage. Who knows? It's time. If you wanna fuck, girl. Man, I was in my bag here, bro. I wish I knew where the fuck my top was. I could really use some top right now. Okay, so now that I got most of that down, really it's just configuration here. Now I just got a configuration, but I do need to find my characters. The main character, China, she's technically spoken for, but I like constant communication, and I'm not getting constant communication. It makes me have doubt. And when I have doubt, things, you know, I'm Batman with the shit. I gotta have contingencies. You bullshit. I need constant contact. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have exactly 9 guys, and I need exactly 9 parts. So that's not good. But I hit up about 7 people on Instagram already that aren't on this list And so I didn't include them on the list. So I technically I got about 16 people, and that might help me to go up. So I got enough people. Emmanuel, what up, though? Recognize you, man. How you feeling? Long time, man. Play fucking game. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna say fuck the cat, man, but that's a marker down the drain. I'm never gonna be able to use this. I don't know how to cover this. Is there a way to cover a marker? Never mind. I don't want this on the same thing as. Okay, Google, is there a way to cover a dry erase marker if you lose the cap?
That's a great question. Losing the cap happens all the time. The best and simplest way to keep a marker from drying out without the original cap is to place it inside a small, airtight container or a sealed zip-top plastic bag.
What?
You can even add a slightly damp paper towel to the bag to help keep the humidity up around the tip, which prevents the ink from evaporating. Do you want to know a couple of other handy tips?
Man, hell no, bro. Roll call in the precinct. China prepares the Batcave while she listening. Music changing her fucking hooker persona. Nice guy caravan ride on the China. Tiger and black China on the runway. Hit the red Mustang approaches on the ponytail. Signal that's a takedown. Swerve for the Johns. China sees black and SUV is on. The passenger makes a gun gesture with his thumb and finger. China takes a nap and then sees the blingers. Finding the lights approach followed by gunshots. KS says Tiger shit his bitches down. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. The entire layout of the movie, this short film, is that she's like at the Batcave. That's the 21 Jump Street situation. So she's got like her commissioner, Lieutenant Dan, and he's like, this is what we're doing, this is what we're aspiring for, boom, 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 boom. So then she leaves that, goes into the thing, puts her stockings on, gets to looking like a hoe, and then gets in the car, caravan straight downtown Detroit, goes downtown Detroit, and then we set up the first John. The first John is somewhat tragic that he got busted, but it is what it is. So she busts him in a longer scene, and then after that scene of the main John, then it's just a montage of other Johns that get busted. Then after that, she wants to go home, but they say that we need to get like one more. So a guy pulls up and he gives her the gun finger. But I gotta read it because I feel like because I don't think that she imagines it. I feel like she okay. She didn't imagine that. A strange sense of deja vu. Or maybe I was, what? She says that he pulls up, gives her the gun fingers, bing, bing, then pulls off. SUV. Black SUV. Oh, yeah, that's gotta be Chewy, because he got the car for it. She says that the main first John that got pulled, he was in a fucking Mustang, a red Mustang. But my guy, he's got a cold ass whip. And it was serendipitous that we just happened to meet again at like the liquor store. And I told him I'm doing this movie, and he was like, "Yo, bet, bro, like let's link up." And he down to act. I'm trying to see how I can find his his picture so I can show you who I'm talking about. Here he is. Now peep out this car though. Ain't that perfect, bro? It's so wild that I just happened to run into this nigga like yesterday. And his car is not a red Mustang, but shit. Oh, I think that bitch will work. Nigga. What kind of car is this? Oh yeah, that's it. So that's 2 rows written down just by knowing what I'm looking for, so I can write that shit down. Oh, okay. Yo, anime, thanks for the I still don't know. I don't know how to thank you, anime. You know you don't have to do that. I definitely appreciate it, darling. I'm getting all the shit in order right now so that by come tomorrow, I know what I need to do. I'll do those. The locations are set. Okay. I put the set lot information because I need to call the film lot and find out what sets they need because I need a bat cave, I need a locker set, I need a home setting, and I definitely need a fucking hospital set. So I need to get all those in one location. So I think I'm gonna fuck with that. Now why the fuck would I be in jail, bro? Silly. I'm writing down all the information for this movie that I'm doing for this film from a book called Behind the Badge. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing down all the details, and I have to have it done tonight because my executive producer is demanding that the information is all set up. So I can see it, and I can take a picture with the AI, and then I can send it off.
That's why I got my shit on.
And we're listening to one of my old sets from when I was doing the beatboxing thing, and it's a live set. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Are you saying anything to me? This look like jail floor? Is this what jails look like? I guess I need to mop this bitch or something. I'll paint this bitch black or something. I don't know. So I need 4 cops plus Tiger in black. It's cold outside. All right. Indica, bro. Don't add to it, man. Now you just add fuel to the fire, bro. You just got out yesterday. Out of what? Was it out of school? Out of the dormitorium?
I will go so fucking hard out.
Now, if you want to hear this for yourself with nice, clear sound, it's called We Outside. PeterPromo Beatbox. We Outside. Check it out. It's on my channel. Motherfucking cold. So, outfits by. It's the summer. So I got a few things I need to call, a few things I need to go. I need to go buy something. I need to go scout the location. And I might go do this tonight. If I do it tonight, I'll try to see if I can stream with it because I'm going to go downtown Detroit and I'm going to literally just go drive through that bitch and see if I can scout where I want to shoot this shit, where it's going to be less cop activity, where everyone will be able to pull up, ain't no issues. I'm going to try to see if I can set that tonight. It's 3:11 though, so I don't know. Now hold on, you don't know that about Tank, man. How you know Tank is robbing? You know how you figured that? Tank, thank you for the. I was telling Anime this. I don't know what the jewels mean. I can't wear them around my neck. I don't know what the jewels mean, but I thank you because it probably is something that's taxing to you. So thank you. You don't gotta do that. And congratulations for getting back from Ivy League College where you came from, bro. I appreciate that, bro. You gotta imagine, bro. I got just a studio down here. Let me show you. Anime knows what's up. Let me just. Couch here for clients and shit like that. Here's the booth. This is where people come and they record the studio time, shit like that. I got like a full production studio with black screen, lights above and shit like that. And then this is where, you know what I'm saying, I do my action on the computer table shit. So that's the tour. Now you're going back up here so I can focus. And I'm using this beatbox looper, right? So it's like oh, because I said oh, and then I'm looping it, so it's like got cool effects and stuff like that. I recommend checking out the video. It's called We Outside, PeterPromo beatbox. Oh man. Make sure yeah, I mean, you know, listen, as secure as it can be with a motherfucking Justin Bieber with a whole crew of motherfuckers out here, you know what I'm saying? I got surprising amount of protection because one of my highest clients, one of my most like prolific and got a name in the street type, his building is right, like I ain't gonna say, but it's like, so like all the killers and shit like that is that, you know, they fuck with me because I'm not like them, I'm myself, and so they, you know what I'm saying? Hey P, you good? All right, man, let me know. I mean, you know, that's one part, and yeah, you got cameras in your house. I'm starting to see like cameras. What is the camera gonna do? Avenge you when you dead, nigga? You dead. You dead already. What is the camera gonna do in your house? You dead. So I mean, I don't know. Oh, but I don't know who did it. That's cool, I guess, but I'm dead, nigga. I'm dead. All right, so I'm just about done with the majority of this. Trying to get this shit together. Oh, where am I at? I'm in Detroit, bro. East side. In the streets, I keep banging. I keep banging the beat. You don't know about this? It's okay. You might be young. I keep banging the beat. Okay. I'm gonna get myself a shot real quick, take a shot, and then I'm gonna get my mind ready so that I can go into the next stage because I'm gonna have to go by scene, break down this bitch, and get my entire itinerary for what I gotta do tomorrow written down in the to-do section. Talking about studio time. Well, you definitely can do that, bro. You make music. Yeah, put a link up for your music, Tank. In the club, okay, I'm trying to read your boy. I don't think you're gonna be able to. I don't think you're gonna be able to read it, but feel free. I keep banging the beat.
I keep banging the beat in the club. Bitch, 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 banging the beat in the club or in the streets.
So I've been doing this for 19 years, and this is one of the few times where the thing that I love doing, which is filming, is the main thing that I'm focused on. A lot of times it's on showcases, events, podcasting, studio time, music videos. That's fine, but I'm doing actual film shit. So here's a shot to that. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, God. I'm sorry, but I just love this music. Ghetto Tech is the motherfucker. And then I'm on this bitch and I'm freestyling everything, so there was nothing made in advance. You know what I'm saying? Anime know about that life. But behind the badge is about this woman right here. And so, hey, listen, Tank, hit me up on Instagram at PeterPromo. Tap me there, bro. Tank 187.
Watch out.
I gotta write down more acronyms over here because I gotta know who my options are. Fucker, what is you on, boy? You know, for me, I'm hanging out with you guys, but it's another day I'm working. I just feel like, hey, fuck it. that's most of the people I got, and there's probably a lot of no's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16 minus 1, 15. 15 people, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and I got 15 people, so I need 2/3 of these niggas to say yes. That's not good odds. So I'm gonna have to also put out a public casting and see how many like people who don't know who I am I can get on there. So that if I got like 30 people, I'll feel a lot more comfortable about the 10 more roles that I have. If I got 30 people, because that means I gotta get 1 out of 3 people to say yes. I like that. Wait, are you talking to me? BP, what up? I'm talking to myself, I guess. The music boosted my high, bro. I'm gonna eat it. Listen to it raw. Don't listen to it on here, bro. Listen to the actual thing. It's called We Outside. I think PeterPromo beatbox, something like that. Sleep, what's that? You're right. Go to sleep, nigga. Go to sleep. Your metabolism, all that shit gets upped when you go to sleep. And you're supposed to sleep 7 hours out of every day. I know that hustle mentality tell you like, nigga, I sleep 3 hours, and that's fine. I've been there. But if you want to live better and a little bit longer, take your ass to sleep, bro. I just do that. That's what I do. Oh shit, I got a text message. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do with those? How do I cash them in? I'm gonna have to do a lot of research. YouTube is convoluting the fuck out of things. Just let niggas super chat if they want to. What the fuck are stickers? I'm not mad at you for sending them. I'm mad at YouTube for convoluting. So you can give people money, or you can write them a check, or you can get them like, bro, just make one thing. What the fuck are the stickers? Because I just found out that you gotta turn them in or something. I gotta like turn them in. I'm turning you in, bro. I ain't no snitch. I can't sleep or eat, bro. Okay. My friend can't eat or sleep. What should I suggest for them to do?
They need a doctor immediately. Severe inability to eat or sleep usually signals a serious medical issue that random advice won't fix. Unless they enjoy collapsing from exhaustion and malnutrition, get them to a professional.
Well, there you go. I don't know what you're running from, man. You gotta see what you're running from and stop running from that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sleep is a beautiful place. That was AI, huh? Yes, that was AI. Or maybe not. See that shot? I shouldn't have took that shot. How to get $10 and $20? Listen, man, you need to go to the casino. How to get $25 within 10 minutes? I mean, if you're making $25 in 10 minutes, make a $5 bet on something on a casino app and make $25 in 10 minutes. There you go. I mean, if you're asking for every way possible, I mean, that's too big a list. But if you want a way to do it, you know what I'm saying?
We outside.
Another thing you could do is do a fucking live stream and put up your Cash App and then make up some bullshit about, like, you know, Wakanda and needing some money for relief from Wakanda and post up your Cash App. And within 10 minutes of being live, you might make $25 right there. Boom, boom. You only got to log into YouTube. It's all already in the thing. So now all you got to do is just cash it in. There you go. There's two blue chipper ways to make $25 in 10 minutes. And one of them you need an app for the casino, and another one you need the Cash App and the ability to stream. So these do have small requirements, but you didn't give me a lot of the, you didn't give me the parameters. You just said I need $10 or $25 in 10 minutes. That's all you said. For all I know, you could have Lex Luthor type, shit on your side. I don't know, bro. What?
There is a notification for Peter.
What do you want? Oh, this is my jam, bro. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Hey. I'm sure you said something up there, but I gotta roll this up real quick. Oh, okay, with the high note, bitch. Hey. Oh, with the harmony, bitch. All right, hold on. I'm about to come back to you. I just got to finish rolling this up. All right, there we go. This bitch is giving me the fucking blues over here. Okay. Ask AI how to get $25 in 10 minutes. I need 3.5. Only money. I need 3.5. I only got $2. Baby, with me so far. You got $2. What's the time parameter? I feel like you're putting some Mission Impossible shit on there. Like, yeah, I need it in 10 minutes. How? Why? When? Where? Wow. You got $2. That means you got enough for a blunt. If you don't have a phone to live stream, you're gonna be tough. I don't know what you say. I got $2. For all I know, you got an uncle, a grandma. I don't know what all factors you have. If I know all the details, I can give you a Batman way to get out. Hey. I gotta do a Facebook casting call. I gotta scout locations tonight. I gotta buy outfits. I gotta set up the lot information for the film lot. I gotta call Chewy about that car. I gotta order the lights. I gotta find strip music, and I gotta call Jigsaw with that information. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. I'm gonna take you on if you would tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream. 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 Life could
Maybe I don't have to show her in the hospital. I've been trying to figure out this hospital scene, and the more I'm thinking about it, because it's how maybe I can just have the sound of people. She's crashing. She's crashing. Ooh, that could be perfect. Yeah, I think I don't even need to write that down. Like, that's something that's still trapped now. So instead of trying to find a hospital, I could just literally show the body on like on a flatbed, and I'm just panning across it, and you hear, she's coding, but you already know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Joseph! That's the mom. That's the mom call. Joseph! You gotta find an outlet to put that energy, because you have energy in you right now, and you gotta put that somewhere that makes you feel fulfilled. It's easier to say than to do, but the thing about creatives that do it for money and creatives who do it and then, I can't do it, is that people who do it for money understand that you have to do it. Not like you have to be great, but you just have to, I gotta write the script. I sit in front of the computer, pull out the fucking thing, and start. You gotta be great to start, but you gotta start to be great. Just force it, because eventually, if you are that him, or if you're him, then when you put yourself in that situation, you'll be him. If you aren't him, then when you put yourself in the situation, you'll flounder, you'll flake, and you'll fail. You've got to lock in on what fulfills you, what you say you always want to do, and you always say, well, I'd rather get off of YouTube, get off of this right here, and tap in, lock in, get that shit in. And trust me, you'll either stay up all night doing the best shit in your fucking life, or you'll find that bed, for sure. Stop running from shit.
Just have to go a second, can I have to let this go? God is cooking, you know that I got time, I want some bro. I'ma have to break it down, you know that I got some more stuff. You know that I'm about to do, you know I'm about to do. Break it down,
That's my average morning right there. That's my ritual in the morning. So I know what I need to do tomorrow. I have a whole checklist of people that I'm waiting to hear back answers from. I need to go over the scenes. That's what I'm slacking on. I gotta get off this shit with you motherfuckers. I'll stay on, but I gotta tap in. First scene is the Batcave, so I'm visualizing what I need, what's gonna be on set, what's a necessity, what that's gonna look like. Okay, so that scene is fine. I got the music that I need to get together for that. Oh, I need to set. Scene 2 is her transforming from one outfit, her coming to work, and then like her turning into China. So, oh, you know what I feel like listening to? My first classic, when I first bought this looper, I did a live stream. Anime might have been there. I'm pretty sure she was at some point at least. And I came out with my signature song that I fucking love. I never put it on iTunes or anything like that, but I get the feeling that I need to hear that.
But I get
Where? ¿Dónde?
estaba tiempo.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde? What's the last song I do? Hey, I forgot that this song came up, bro. Damn, man, I was on the fuck. Look, if you want to hear that last song, it's called "We Outside" with PeterPromo beatbox looping. So we outside PeterPromo. That's what I got to type in. We outside PeterPromo. I'm about to go to my first ever real beatbox classic that was the first live I ever did, and truly some phenomenal shit on my end. This was like the first one. I need to release this bitch for sure. iTunes.
Got 5 niggas to fries. 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 Got 5 niggas to fries.
Oh yeah, I didn't give any context because I skipped it out, but there was 5 niggas that was left on my broadcast, and I called it 5 niggas with fries, and I laughed, and I was like, nigga, I should just make a song called that, and I literally just jumped into this song. Classic. 5 niggas with fries instead of 5 guys with fries, you know what I'm saying?
Five niggas with fries. Got 5 niggas with fries. Got 5 niggas with fries. Only 5 niggas with fries. Got 5 niggas with fries. Only 5 niggas with
It was in my pocket. Five niggas with fries, man. The first classic I ever did with my beatbox look. It's amazing. The film stuff is coming together. I still need to solidify with a few extras. You know, I got my rolls down. It's exciting. It's exciting to be back in my film life. So I just did a story for my Instagram. You just saw me do it. Five niggas. The first classic I ever did with my beatbox look. It's amazing. Five niggas with fries. Easy title. Solidify with a few extras. You know, I got easy title. It's exciting. It's exciting to be back in my film life. Nostalgia. You know, this is part of the process. You gotta fucking be doing multi-streams while leaving posts, while, you know, it's a lot of shit. And then when I do myself, I try to tag correctly and shit. Beatbox, there we go. Five niggas with fries, man. The first classic. And I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm gonna put the link on there because fuck the dumb shit. I want niggas to go straight to that bitch. And low key, if I put the cursor right where it starts.
It's been fun. I'm really glad I got to do this today. This is actually tremendous amounts of fun. Monday Night Raw starts in 10 minutes. I probably won't be fun. I'm really glad I got to do this today. This is actually tremendous amounts of fun.
Five
Monday Night Raw starts in 10 minutes. I probably won't be watching.
With fries.
Thanks for. I've got fun.
I didn't do it right. Discard that. That's not what I want to do.
Thanks for coming by, guys. Now five niggas want to show up. Get the fuck
So
out
what
of
I've done is I've copied the link at a certain spot in there. You know, you can hit share, and at the top of the share menu, you can say, do you want to share like from this one right here? And that's ingenious. So I'm going to share that on Instagram so niggas can tap in. Low key, I should tag the live stream that I'm doing right now, but it's all good. What I'm going to do is copy the live stream that we're on right now, and I'll put it on something, Facebook or something stupid. Copy. There we go. That's a little bit misleading, but all good. Maybe some people will come through and check out the live stream. Even though I'm at the eclipse of it, man, I'm at the sunset of it. I got most of the stuff done. I got my whole to-do list for tomorrow. I got a list of actors that I need to holler at. I got all my locations written out. I just went over the scenes in my mind. Most of the scenes. There's one scene. Okay, so the gun. I need to find out about the gun. Quote, gun rental. Facebook. I found a link on Facebook and I left it open as one of my tabs so I can get on that zone and get that bitch rented. But I feel like that's going to be a dope addition to the film, just to have some prop guns that don't look bad. I scouted some on what do you call it? Amazon. And I thought that was going to be dope to get those from Amazon because they really look like guns. And they're airsoft guns, you know what I'm saying? They're like from the side, not like at the barrel. Some of them even at the barrel don't look that far off from real. But just so I can have some good prop guns. And then if I don't rent them, I can keep them for future projects. But I feel like that's also something that's going to just get me in trouble at some point. But I do have a link for a place in Detroit that will let you rentals for guns and stuff like that. And so I'm going to check them out tomorrow. Quote, gun rental. Gotcha. So I'll see what it is. Okay, so I'm going to scout the rest of the movie. That's like, out of 13 scenes, that's like scene 7 or 8. She gets shot. I got fake blood. Quote, fake glass, because I want to see if I can throw some like glass particles onto the actress, and I want to see what that looks like. If it's possible, cool. If not, then I could definitely see how I can shoot that. I don't even got to think about it. I'll write them down. I feel like I am going to forget them. I feel like I'm not going to forget them at all, but I feel like it's just smart to just write them down. And it will be smart for me to just use the scene numbers as they are listed here so that I can start using, makes sense, the shooting. Yes, scene 7. Scene 7. I'm writing use strobe for kill. Use strobe for masking impact. Fine. That's fine. The ER chaos, trauma response. That's scene 9. show dead body. And use voiceover. That's a smart move because I'm going to use a voiceover showing doctors. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can erase these two doctor roles over here on the side, I'd be so happy. Wait. There we go. You still probably can't see it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Either way, so if I can just use that, that's like an idea. Like again, I feel like when I get to that part, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember. I was like, that's how I usually choose to kind of operate, and it always works. But maybe there's sometimes it didn't work, and I don't remember them. So I'm just gonna be smart, and I got ideas for that. But when I think about all the other scenes, those are the two that presented problems. The other one is this scene of her daughters. I have a, I could say that, what I'm saying, sound effects for sure. That's a very confusing part. This is part in the book where, like, I've kind of explained to you that there's this shooting that happens while she's on the job as a undercover vice cop playing a prostitute. So she goes to the ER, and then she has this out of body experience in this like flashing of her life, and it shows her moving to Detroit, and it shows her bringing her 3 kids, and all this stuff. And then she has it in her book where, and this is the prologue, not even this is like the setup to the beginning of the story. The camera pans over and you can see gun, badge, and when you see the badge, you see the number, and that number is not the same number as the narrator. So the narrator is the actual woman in this thing, and this whole story is about what turns out to be a different person. But the narrator and the writer of this book does have 3 kids and did move into Detroit and do that. So I'm trying to figure out like what's going through her mind, if it's supposed to be the girl gets rushed, she gets shot, then she goes to the hospital, and then she gets rushed into here. Okay, she's here. Da, da, da. You cut open her, stuff, so her titties and everything are all open, and then we're losing her. Okay, clear. While all that stuff's happening, the camera kind of pans into like an out of body experience. Ooh, right. Good call. Right. I just had a really gnarly idea about okay, because it's, like at the end you find out it's the actual narrator having a vision about a whole different woman who may or may not exist, but how this is the experience that women have across America about, in the judicial system and in life, and, how our culture is set up and stuff. So, it's like any woman can feel this, you know what I'm saying, type of shit. Like, if you're black and you watch a scene of some niggas getting fucked up in slavery times, it's like, it don't matter. You automatically have a connection to feel that. So same way she's saying about this scene. So at the very end, it switches to what it clearly actually is, the narrator, as they are in this movie or whatever, and it's a completely different woman, and she's talking to someone else, and a woman's like, you should write this in a book. And she's like, oh, it's a Marvel intro. School nurse's office. Oh, I don't have any access to that though. That's a good call. I got a guy who's a janitor at a school, but they got cameras everywhere, so we can't even really we can't. I wish. But my thought was this, I still haven't figured out I still haven't figured out the tone of this movie. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. And what I'm thinking of is I'm just going to shoot her in like a basement morgue, like in my basement with the white walls or something like that. I'm just going to shoot her there, like the mortician is already working on her, that type of vibe, because then it's then I don't have to show. I can eliminate a couple doctors that I don't want to have to find actors for. And then B, it's a way smoother scene, but you do know she's dead, and you hear the camera just like kind of slowly pans over this dead body, and then you hear the shaman, you hear the team and shit, and as it does this one final pan, you can see it pan over, and you can see a woman at the end of the thing, like looking at it. And that person is the one who has the flashback dream of coming to Detroit, Wayne State University, moving your little kids in and shit like that. And then there's the second part of it which reflects them as adults now. But she wrote that like she walked over to the couch and she saw her daughter, like young daughter. Her face was turning blue and she was shaking and she was like, "Oh my God!" And then she heard a crash in the kitchen. And then you turn around and we went to the kitchen and she sees her daughter. With some Sutter home, like some kind of, whatever, broken on the ground. And she was like, like she was alcoholic or some shit like that. It's like, so then so it's like, I got to shoot those scenes, but I don't know how it's like, there's certain parts of this. It's like, this makes me feel like I need to change. Like, let's say that this is like something like the butterfly effect, like type. Not that it's gonna like go through his like time or anything, but like just like that vibe, like psychological thriller horror, like The Grudge, something like where like I don't want to confuse people, but it's just like, I mean, I don't know. At the end, basically, this woman doesn't exist. Like I'm trying to give this woman, ground her, like this, like maybe this did happen, but then like it's haunted. So like she's like she has these recurring dreams or something. I don't know, because it's like it's really two women. There's China, who's the main character, but she's not the narrator. And then there's the actual narrator, who we think. I mean, no one's thinking that. Like, I'm thinking, okay, so I was gonna have narration. I was gonna have the woman who's playing the main character. I was gonna have her narrate the whole thing. But I feel like the only way that would work out is if any of the scenes, all the scenes, like of her asking like how much da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Because even in the prologue, it says, did he just do that? Wow, that really moves on. It's a lot of this is about the bad stuff that happened. Okay. Other car, hands up. She wouldn't narrate that, I guess. That's what makes me think there's a couple of. I watched people from all walks of life engage in illegal sexual behavior. Some were caught in the act, not only breaking the law, but risking exposure to HIV/AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases. Just reading that gives me more context about the writer that I want to, showcase in the direction. Like, okay, she's a germaphobe, so that'll be part of the focus on how I shoot certain scenes. So on that, this was her fear, so I'm trying to make you feel what she was going through. But a lot of people won't even notice that I'm doing it, but for people who are paying attention, thinking thriller or Twilight Zone, past life. Yeah, it's not hitting me yet. Those are good ideas. Like I just need to. It feels like I wanted to make it like she haunted. Like I was thinking like The Grudge or something like that. But again, the idea is she wants to do this so that maybe we can do a full movie. And so my thought is like, I mean, I'm just asking whoever's free. I'm not getting like super for real actors like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, if this does get picked up because of the work that I'm going to do to it, It's gonna have all the things that a professional produced thing should have: the right sound effects, the right mood, atmosphere, the right color, the right tone, atmosphere. Okay, so that's all there. So but I gotta translate this into what I think. You know what I'm saying? And that is the challenge. I do feel like driving downtown. What the fuck is this? I've never seen this lighter before. See, this is one of those things like in movies where you'd be like, oh, I would notice. Like if someone came from another dimension and put this lighter on my desk and it wasn't there for the last 30 hours, but it was just there just now. Nigga, I just saw a lighter and I picked it up and used it. Motherfuckers were like, yo, I would know. Like, no, you wouldn't. Your ass would have been in whatever that cosmic imp wanted you to do, you would have did it. It'd have been a wrap. ¿Dónde está mi fuego? Wait, did I say that right? Fuerte means not fuego, so fuego is correcto. Okay. No Quentin Tarantino, nigga. I'm throwing my Quentin in there. I need to. I really want to shoot this in a way where I don't have to shoot them actually talking. I can use all ADR, which is ADR is just shooting audio after you shoot the video. So if you saw my face like this in the movie and I was just pantomiming in the movie, and I did this. But there was no microphone on set, so you couldn't hear me. So I would go into the studio later and be like, and I want to know where's the money and where are you keeping her? You know, something like that. But really the scene was this. But when we shot the scene, there was no words. You know what I'm saying? Spidey senses there. You see that? I'm trying to think if I can shoot the movie like that so I don't have to get extra microphone shit to cover that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And have a nigga out here, but because that's more people behind the scenes. I don't have the budget. I don't have a crew. If I had people around me that didn't even live that life, like they work a regular job, but they're like, yo, Pete, when you got something popping like this, like hit me up. That would motivate me more. But I don't know how to build that. I don't know how to cultivate that. I don't know how to do that. Like right now, I have some drink. I got smoke. I got nothing but free time to do creative shit. I got a couch. I wish I had some people I could call and be like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Now, I'm not saying I wish like that because, that usually comes with extra shit and, but just some creative people, to cultivate a kind of a, you know what I'm saying? But it just feels like every story I can think of people who had that kind of hub at their house, they end up getting like robbed or, police or like literally every iteration where I knew someone and they were having that, like that always ended up was the finale. So again, I'm trying to avoid that, but it's not lonely. It's just more, I think, ideas kind of like I love my ideas and I'm a fucking genius with it, but I'd like to bounce a couple off. I'd like to try to see if there's, iron sharpens iron. Tell me my shit sucks, and then let's see if I can, bounce and something like that. I like to iron some shit out. You know what I'm saying? But most people kind of do want to just kind of get fucked up and play some beats and then start rapping and shit like that. And that's cool too for when you want to do that, I guess. But I guess I need some film aficionados or something. I'm trying to think. Okay, let me just stay on the zone. I mean, this is the zone. I mean, like, how can it? Because my thought is like, when she out there walking the runway and shit, there'll just be like certain scenes where like you weren't paying attention, but low key, old girl who's at the end is revealed. She was like sitting on a park bench. You know what I'm saying? Or she was like in her car. And you like literally like if you go back, if you watch the movie from the beginning again, you'll see her in all the shots. And if I can make it even better, she'll be paying attention to it and shit like that. But again, now I gotta have two women who will both. I got one girl who she dying to be seen. She want to be out here. That's the energy I need. You know what I'm saying? she's you know what I'm saying. So it's like she ready to go whenever she's hot and ready. Bang. That's the type of energy I need. So she down, but to find this other woman, I can get her for the ending just to do the scene with the girls, little girls. I can do that, but to have her also at all the other scenes, like at the Batcave at the beginning, and like I don't know if I can. I don't want to write something that I don't feel like I can do. I'll need a driver to help me drive for a dolly shot. Where's my pen at? I just got a thought about that one shot where she describes it as she's walking the runway. You know what I'm saying? Going down the street. You know, a nice drone would be real nice for this, but I don't need drone people. Um, I don't know any drone people. It's all good though. But I will need someone to drive me so I can hang out of my car and film like, you know, they're walking like this and I'm filming from the side, moving in a car, moving super still. And then I can still add a stabilizer later. I can even put a tripod in the car so it's even more stabilized. But I can add a digital stabilizer on it later, and that should be Gucci. But I'm trying to think of how I can incorporate that woman at the end being in all the other scenes and shit like that. Because ultimately, if I'm thinking about the context of this is somebody's nightmare. You know what I'm saying? This is a real person's nightmare. Or, I mean, because I don't know if she can just share, like, you know, she have to be an X-Men, Jean Grey looking ass to just, you know, be able to relive completely another woman's life and death. But as a dream of sorts, and then maybe I can make this a little bit fantastical because it's a dream. So I can maybe, you know, I can drag out certain stuff. Gives great advice. Let's carry good creatively. I suppose I could give that a try. So I'm going over all the information and the scenes in this movie that I'm doing. And I see that the last few scenes are focused on a completely different woman, and that all of the scenes before that finale of the last three scenes focused on a completely different character whose name is China. And she just shares the same occupation as a vice cop playing as a prostitute on the streets, which the main narrator also does. But I'm trying to find out a way to bring the narrator who gets the reveal at the end something at the beginning so that it doesn't just have this weird switch and you don't know why. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of like maybe I can make this into a thriller or a horror film. It is about a woman who is busting Johns, working for the police, but she's attractive. So the boss makes her, you know, do vice instead. And so she's got to work her way. She got to walk the runway. You know what I'm saying? And but her life's in danger. It's Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous. And you know she gets shot and killed because they can't save her at the hospital. And then it turns out that this whole thing is a dream by who is eventually the main character, but it's the end of this short story. It's a short story. It's not a full film. So like, I'm trying to figure out ways to either turn into a horror movie or a drama, or you know, give me some input.
That's definitely a cool concept, making the whole thing a dream. Since you mentioned the bosses pushing her into vice, maybe you could start with the actual dreamer herself, the main narrator, having a meeting with those same bosses. They could make that vice assignment seem like a threat almost, like either she does this or she's out. Or, if you want more horror, you could start with a flash of the end scene, Just a glimpse of the hospital room, and then fade back to China on the street walking her runway. You could even have the dreamer briefly see her own face in someone else's car window. What do you think about those ideas?
Those ideas are fucking retarded. Okay, I'm just gonna be 100 with you. I need you to like look at this at the dialogue that I've already had already in this little thing, because if I give you a brief overview, there's like a scene at the beginning where she is talking to her supervisor who tells her that they need to bust like 12 different Johns tonight. They go downtown, they do a bunch of stings. She treats it like it's the runway because she's an attractive woman already, but she would rather be a regular cop, but that's just the way politics are in Detroit. That's her opinion. So she busts the people, and then one person comes up and gives her a suspicious like gun cocking look with his fingers, and then he pulls off. Her and her teammates need to keep going, but she wants to take a break. She goes back to her work van, and then that van gets shot up. And then after that van gets shot up, they get her to the hospital. They work on her. She has an out-of-body experience where the real narrator sees her own kids and they're in trouble, and she needs to be alive for them. And a shot of her coming to Detroit for the first time. And then it cuts back to the woman, and then she's dead because they can't save her. And then it turns out that this whole thing is a dream about the narrator who we've never met until those last two scenes. That in its entirety is pretty much the whole short, but it feels too disjointed with that ending. And I'm trying to see how I could, have like maybe like a subtle thing where like maybe you don't notice it at first view, but if you watch it the second time, you can see that she was like a worker walking by, when she whatever, and then when she was leaving the Batcave, whatever, maybe she was a person who was driving by in a car or something. Yeah, I don't know, something like that, but that feels corny too. So I need some ideas. Go.
Got it. Sorry for those useless ideas. Focus in on what you've already got. Maybe you could drop some subtle cues right away. When China's looking for her outfit, maybe she holds up something she'd never use as a prostitute, like a work uniform or one of her kids' things, and then puts it down. Or when she's at the locker, maybe she notices a small, distinct toy that's fallen out of her backpack, and that same toy shows up again in the out-of-body vision. That kind of tiny, unexpected connection.
Hey, bro, shut the fuck up, man. That was dumb as shit, bro. Shut the fuck up. Look, you are not understanding, okay? There are two main women characters. China, the one who is at the Batcave at the beginning, does all the fucking hooker shit, and then gets shot and goes to the hospital. And then there is another character, we'll call her Antoinette, and it turns out that if this is actually her dream, and that this person that's in the dream named China, who all this stuff happens to, is not even a real person. But the symbolism, I guess, is that all women share in the anguish of women because they all experience this. So it's like, even though this isn't her life, she's experiencing it as a dream or something like that. And Antoinette also is a cop and has experienced stuff like this. And this is like a metaphor for her saying, we all, this is not just her story, this is our story type deal. Okay. So I'm just saying that it feels like it's too abrupt to just turn to Antoinette at the end. If there's 17 scenes and you don't see Antoinette until 15, 16, 17, then those first 14 scenes having the same one main character named China feels like, well, she dead and now this is the other chick we never met. So this is strike three, buddy. Give me some fucking ideas and prove that AI is useful now. Come on.
Okay, I get it now. To make the switch less jarring, maybe show Antoinette waking up briefly between China's scenes, like she's tossing and turning, maybe muttering something about the case. Or you could start with Antoinette, the real dreamer, looking at an old photo of herself in police uniform, hinting at her past trauma, before we jump into the China story. Or you could weave in some quick, surreal flashes of Antoinette's face within the dream, just enough to feel like something isn't quite right.
Flash faces of her. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it's just like I can see Arnold Schwarzenegger right now coming and smashing your face in, bro, because that doesn't make no sense, bro. I feel like AI is dead off of that, what you just said there, bro. That is crazy. That was so dumb. Like, bro, what are you talking about? I feel like maybe you're just not the right AI model. Maybe I need to use ChatGPT or some shit like that because this was god awful, man. I mean, again, these women, China and Antoinette, don't even look alike. So I'm saying, like, it's supposed to be a surprise that the main character, who you've known for 14, for 14 scenes, she's not the main character, or she is. I mean, she's been the main character for 14, but for these last 3 scenes, she's not. And people can feel like you let them down. They can feel robbed. There was a movie that famously did this called The Kingsman Part 2, or the first Kingsman. It was like Part 3. It wasn't with that main character guy from the first 2. It was like a prequel. And they had a main character, and then he just died in the middle of the fucking thing, and then it switches to his dad. And it's like, what the fuck? So I don't want people to feel that about this. But if we just start the movie and have her waking up or you see her face, that's so fucking stupid. It's got to be mysterious. It's like we're not trying to tell you that this is obviously a dream. It's got to feel real. It's got to feel like real life. But then upon second viewing, you can be like, oh shit, I didn't even notice. Or something, you know what I'm saying? Like the actress who's playing Antoinette can kind of be subtly in these other scenes. That's one way to do it. Or I need some ideas for other ways. Now, if you don't have any other ways, just say I don't have it, okay?
I hear you. You want something subtle that connects the stories without giving away that it's a dream from the start? Since they're both cops in Detroit, maybe they both have the same locket or piece of jewelry that means something personal to each one. In China scenes, it's just a detail. But after you see Antoinette at the hospital and the narration picks up, you could start by showing Antoinette wearing that same locket. Or maybe she drops it when she sees China pass by in the ER. Another option is to have them both react to the same piece of local news, like a specific billboard or a landmark that's popular in Detroit. It doesn't have to be related to the case, just a shared memory point. Does that work better, or do you still want something else?
Bro, you're going to make me turn into an invalid. I feel like there's never been anything dumber said in the history of all language in totality, throughout all dimensions, possibilities, fact, past, present, future, all dimensions. But honestly, I'm thinking that maybe I should take this narrative point of view and maybe have the dreamer narrate it, and you just assume that the narrator is the same person as this woman who clearly is in the scene. And maybe I can just direct this in a way where she doesn't get any dialogue and the narrator gives all the things, because the main twist that I'm basing my script off of, which is her book, she says that when China dies, the camera pans over some cop items, gun, some cuffs, and then it gets to her badge, and she says, "Wait a second, that's not my badge number. My badge number ends in a 0. This one ends with a 1." And then you realize that's not me. It's another woman. I'm living her journey. Does that work, or does that sound corny? And if it sounds corny, then talk to me.
Okay, first of all, I apologize for being so useless before. Regarding your idea, I think that's actually brilliant. Using the narrator as the dreamer at the start lets the audience build that connection naturally, so the twist hits even harder at the end. Making it a mystery and not showing Antoinette's face right away will definitely keep people guessing. To make the link stronger, maybe the narrator mentions wanting to be home with her girls at the beginning of the narrative, and then later, China says the same thing like you already have in the script. That little echo will pull it all together. Would you like some examples of specific dialogue to link them up?
I want you to give me 4 examples of movies who have done that exact thing you just said.
Right. Finding exact matches for that specific setup where the dreamer is separate isn't real common. But here are some movies that play with similar concepts in terms of unreliable narrators or dream endings. First, there's Inception, which is all about dream layers and leaves you questioning what's real at the end. Then there's Shutter Island, where the narrator's understanding of reality completely shifts at the finale. Another one is Mulholland Drive, which is heavily mysterious and mixes dreams and reality so much that the lines get really blurry. Lastly, think about Fight Club, where the narrator doesn't have a real grasp on who he is, and the twist is a huge surprise to him as well as the audience. Do those examples help, or do you want something different?
I officially have AIDS because of what you just said to me, bro. I'm done, bro. Well, swing and a miss, but I do think that, you know, it's like almost like, ooh, like a noir movie. Yo, a fucking noir movie. A film noir movie, black, in Detroit. Yo, and noirs be these like little short tales anyways and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That helps set it up, but I don't know about that ending, bro. Like, suddenly I was pulled back into the emergency room. In a distance, there was a black handgun that looked like a Glock, handcuffs, pepper spray, and a Detroit police badge that had fallen to the floor into a sea of pooling blood. I hovered closer, only to see the last number on the badge. It was 0, but my badge ended in 1. But if this wasn't my badge number, was this really me lying on the hospital bed? As I tried to figure out what was going on, I was near the ceiling, looking down and able to perceive that I was in 2 places at the same time. I was separated physically and spiritually in one place, but still having the knowledge and perception of the body in another. My vision now was nothing like it had ever been before. It was as if I had gone back in time in a mystifying dimension, like Doctor Who on a different level. Time had stalled, and my surroundings went eerily silent. Suddenly, I realized I was outside of myself, seeing life through another dimension. I was having what some call an out-of-body experience. Memories began unfolding like parts of a movie, images and scenes borrowed and spliced. I woke up from that dream, puzzled. You see, I had lost years of journals that were a map for writing this book. Maybe God is telling you to write your story differently. Were the words from Venus, a published author and sister in Christ. I asked God what the dream meant, and as clear as day I heard, she didn't live to tell her story, but you did. The dream was also a reminder of the terrible lessons I had learned while working in law enforcement. There is an incredible level of corruption in our society. It oozes through all levels and is much deeper than most people realize. I had to trust myself to tell my story. So I have to film that. And I mean, she's looking at different dimensions and stuff, but like, see, in the book, she's like, I'm China. I did these. These are things I did. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all things I can say I, you know what I'm saying? Because in the book ain't no pictures. So I'm assuming if it's I, then it's me narrating. Boom. So just to get that switching going, but that wasn't my badge number. This was my badge number. Who's saying that? This whole movie, we thought we're talking to you. So it's like, I just keep coming to that part and knowing I gotta punch that bitch. I gotta punch that bitch. It's gotta be something that's critical. Because it can't just be the person we watching the whole time, you know, and then you lift up, the camera goes, and then, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but wait a second. That's not me. I'm over here. And it's like, oh shit, who is this person? You can't just introduce a person for the last like 2 minutes of a movie and be like, this is important. And it's like, no. This is why, you know, they have a team of writers and stuff like that, you know, will write a movie. And some guys, they just write a movie over a weekend. Okay, here's Super Mario. Trust me, it'll make sense. Now maybe the studio will go over certain parts and change certain parts, but essentially it's like, boop, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like most of this is together, but the film noir shit is cold. You know what I'm saying? She bleeding out. Yo, low key, I feel like saying fuck the hospital and nigga, she bleeding out. She hop out of the van and she crawling in the alleyway and she like, I got the lights on her and shit like that. And it's like crimson or some shit like that. And she bleeding out. You know what I'm saying? And then like as you see her like that's when the flash happens and she flashes to her daughters. And that's what I'm trying to see, bro. When do you introduce this extra character who these daughters actually belong to? Because the woman in this whole movie, those are not her daughters. And the sooner we make this look like a dream, the less it means anything. So the idea isn't to make it look like a dream. The idea is to make this look like, hey, this happened. All this happened. And then the swerve that it didn't happen is going to piss people off. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe no one will be pissed. I'll be like, oh, okay, they're a new person. Let's go. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think people will not like that. Put it like this. I don't like it. And I'm making this bitch. So if I don't like it, then I'm not going to do it. Ultimately, it's going to have my name on there. Or else I'm going to have to put Rodrigo Sanchez Productions or some shit like that. But there's a problem in the story. And then when it introduces the kids, it's like right when she gets shot, female officer down. Okay. So it's like she gets popped. They put her in the back of a car. And then the scene was chaotic with piercing sirens and thunderous sounds of doors opening and closing as the takedown crew rushed me to Detroit Receiving Hospital. Things were happening quickly. Female officer down! She has multiple gunshot wounds! Yelled Lieutenant Dan as the medical team sped through an emergency entrance, placing my limp body on the stretcher. In the blink of an eye, it was 1995, and I was back in University Towers, Wayne State University. Student housing, my daughter's in tow, as I made a move to Detroit, chasing my dreams. Life was unlocking a floodgate of memories, spending Christmas with family, watching as the girls opened gifts under the Christmas tree, or splashing together with them, Rolling Hills Water Park on hot summer days. Is this a dream that it turned into a nightmare? Or am I? In a flash, I was rushed through the two tall steel doors into a room of light. My body, limp and blood-soaked, seemed lifeless. So that's what I'm saying. This whole time, she's saying my body. My. What the fuck? So I'm shooting this. Is the narrator saying my body? Because if I say, I get a vision suddenly of going back to 1995. Okay. Is it you, the person having the dream, or is it the woman who is in the dream, China? Because if it's China, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because she's not is China having a flashback of her own life? Because she didn't move in 1995. The narrator moved to Detroit in 1995. So that's where I'm like, okay, aha. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do there. That's a problem. At what point? Because even the narration being I just had a great idea. It's like all this stuff is happening, right? And then old girl Antoinette, she's narrating all this stuff, and then China gets shot, bell, bang, bing, 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 And then she's like, I hate this part. Like, oh shit. Cause like maybe she's like narrating this like, oh wait, damn, this idea might not work with the idea that I want to do this as film noir, but the narrator the whole time is like, and then I heard the noise. Pop, 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 pop. And you hear like, and it's like, and you hear the narrator like, I hate this part. And then that will make the audience member think like, huh, is this dream? Or, huh, this whole time she's been narrating as things have been happening. So maybe as a cop, she's like saying, I hate this part. Like, this is what, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, damn, I'm starting to lose the idea. But it was like, she has the idea that she had the, you know, she says, I hate this part. And then it shows that, and then maybe like a channel change, like, and then it's like, I'm thinking like if I get her, the narrator to play herself in these flashbacks, that wouldn't make any fucking sense. I had a great idea, but I think in explaining it, I forgot the ending of it because it made sense because it was like the narrator's like, I hate this part, which gives notice, and I can't remember what that notice means to the overall outro of it, but it was like, she's like, I hate this part. And then, oh, right. She says, I hate this part. And then she starts having flashes of the three little girls and playing with them. And then, you know what I'm saying? This might give the audience the thought that this could be China as a little girl with her mom, right? But we see flashes of that, and then back to China. And in my case, she's not even in the hospital no more. She's in the alleyway, crawling away over broken glass and shit like that. And flash to the stuff that she says. This is what she says. So you can, because like, I need you in my mind, because I already know what she says, but you don't understand. The smell of death saturated the air. Oh God, I thought, my girls, again, so she thought, oh my God, my girls. So in the movie, does she just narrate, oh my God, my girls? You know what I'm saying? Okay. A feeling of depression overcame me. I found myself at home. Nicole standing under the hallway light, crying uncontrollably and screaming, Mama! Mama! Did she have a nightmare? Onward to the den, where Marie was passed out on the sofa. Her fingers were blue. Her skin was pale. I have to get her to the doctor, I thought. Call 911, I screamed, but no one could hear me. Will she be all right? Then a loud crash of glass shattering. I ran to the kitchen. Yvette had dropped a bottle of my Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon. I never know how to say this word. Sauvignon wine. What was Yvette doing with my $100 bottle of wine? Maybe she was confused between my wine and her grape juice. That's an odd thing to put in. Why is it $100? Why'd you? All right. Suddenly, I was pulled back into the emergency room. So that scene right there, I've been thinking about that this whole time. I don't think we can get 3 girls, but I think we can get 2. So the hallway one maybe could be the same one as the kitchen one. You see in the hallway, like, she crying, like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? And then, like, suddenly I find myself whisked to, but again, so, like, this is a different actress now? Or is it a POV shot where you're seeing from their perspective, and so you see the girl in the hallway, but I think you would want to see the actress. She's got a couple of lines and like, what's wrong? And then maybe at that point you recognize, wait a second, that's the same voice as the narrator. and it's like like I got the strobe lights on film set, and I'm like really making it, shaky camera up the ISO to where that'll is it the ISO? No, up the what you call it? I forgot what that one is called, but you crank that bitch up to like 200, and then it'll really make things. Even at 120, it'll really make things jittery, have that action vibe to it and shit like that. And the kid's like, I can get like a big fan. And it's gonna be like the Poltergeist. in my mind, it's gonna be like the Poltergeist. I better write that down. It's gonna be like the Poltergeist. Jesus Christ. Oh shit. Okay, so I gotta write that down. What scene is that? Out of body experience positions. 11. ¿Dónde? Ah, sí. Pantalones. Show that up. Just be in the alley. I'm gonna put that down for 9 as well, because the first one shows show dead body and use voiceover, but I might just be like, show me in the alleyway, because then that way she can fight. She can blood coming out of my mouth. And she's just kind of going through the motions, and then she fight. It's not doctors fighting for her. It shows the struggle of women. Like she just got shot like 50 Cent, but she ain't go to her doctor. She crawling through. She trying to fight. She's trying to survive, even though insurmountable odds and your motherfucking life is trying to shit on you. You're like, no, I will make it. I'm gonna get through it. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and plus that's a big thing in Hollywood right now. You want to show women, powerful women, so that they can feel powerful and have people to reflect on too. And I feel like that could be a great scene. Of course, it's gonna be capped with a person coming up and, you know what I'm saying, pulling one of these numbers. First of all, fuck you. Bow, 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 bow. It's gonna be like that, but on the floor. And so she'll get that one shot. 5. So again, she had already got shot and was trying to just crawl to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's necessarily saying men. A man does kill her. But I think that's more about good versus evil, not a man and a woman. I mean, you got to be, be intelligent to those things. If she crawls away, maybe she crawls away. She leans up. Man down to look. Her partners, the dudes are in the car. Tiger and Black. Them niggas like they dead almost. So the woman, she crawls out of the car. She's the star. She calls 911. She says, my partners need help. So she is the one who saves her partners because women are heroic. And then so she's now she could have like did something for herself, but instead she like uses it to help them. So I don't know what that is. I gotta add that in there, but there you go. So now she's a superhero. But it gives her a strong outro, makes her a strong woman. She's not a woman, that just she laid down and she like that. I mean, she was a prostitute in the thing, but that isn't a reflection. That's just her job. What do I need to write down? That was a lot I just fucking said. I already got that it's gonna be outside on the the fact that she gets shot by a nigga, I don't need to write that down. What else did I just say? Did I say anything important? Who's up in the I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. What's up, SWAT? What up, nigga? Did I come up with anything else that I need to write down? I guess if I'm writing the what does it says? The out of body experience. Scene 11. Need fan. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to track down the badge. Oh, well, the place that I'm gonna check for the gun, I'll just put quote badge. Okay, so things are coming together now. Chilling. You getting ready for work or you getting off work, bro? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm excited for WrestleMania this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for it, bro. I mean, it's just another show. It's not really. It's really the spectacle of it. Like the Super Bowl is really just another football game, but there's some spectacle to it. So I'm excited for the spectacle. It's like the what do you call it? It's like the Olympics or something. I gotta stop rubbing this because I'm gonna rub off all my information and be pissed off. I better take a picture of this now. Okay. So Tiger and Black. Oh yeah. Oh. I need to write down that Tiger and Black. I gotta get on the other side of this bitch. Changes. Tiger and Black. Oh my God, that's such a fucking 2020 something thing, bro. In the fucking story, she gets capped, and so the men have to call. Oh, well, she needs help. She needs help. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna switch it up and say that she does get shot, but the dudes get incapacitated. She crawls out of the car, calls the police, get the help for them, and I don't know. She's gonna get killed. I hate for the guy to be the one to kill her or whatever, but there needs to be some urgency to like she was the one that got her partners together and shit like that. Because I don't want to make her just weak. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make her just weak. She should be intriguing. She should be a heroine. She should be like John McClane in the woman version. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to change up shit. Tiger and Black get shot. I'm gonna write film noir. I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm definitely gonna write film noir because the whole bitch is gonna be narrated. If you're gonna narrate that whole bitch, you might as well do film noir. What are we talking about? Still haven't figured out that part. It goes, she's in the alleyway, she gets shot. She says, I hate this part. Okay, so here's the reveal for why I said I hate this part. Because at the end of the story, it says that she was given this dream by God because she can tell the story and other people can't. And she is told to use these by her friend. Her friend's name was Venus. Venus is her friend. So Venus tells her, you need to use these, So what it's going to be is her at the end, describing all this stuff. And then she's sitting there like and then she dies. I got killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? The nigga's like, Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Bow! Pops her. Flashes white. Cuts back to like today or whatever. And the camera pans from the ceiling, with like a white sky. and pan down to like to a dinner, and it's like, and she's just, or from a white wall, and she's like either in therapy or like I said, she's with her girlfriend at like a brunch thing or something like that. They get mimosas, and then and her friend Venus is like, girl, you need to use these dreams, and girl, you know that vibe, and then you know what I'm saying, and then she's like, girl, and she got girl, that shit. Then that's the ending. You know what I'm saying? She clear as day states at the end that this is a dream that she reoccurrently has, and explains why her daughters are in the dream, and I can literally have the actress who plays China in those scenes with the daughters now, because it can just you know, it gets explained when the narrator is the same. I don't know. The narration is fine to get explained with the dream, because she's saying, I hate this part, because it's a reoccurring dream. Like it literally cuts, you know, at the end with Venus, and she's like, and you know, and it hurts, and that's when I wake up. It's like, oh shoot, it's like, and you keep having this dream? Like that would be the exposition, right? And you keep having this dream? And you say you keep having this dream, some shit like that. And she's like, yes, every night, ever since, you know, yeah, every night. And then Venus is like, well, you need to tell your story. You were a cop for, you were a cop, or you know, I don't know, because this person is telling Venus this, I guess, in the story, is telling her after she was already done being a cop. So that makes me want to put her in there at the end. Just let her be in her own movie and be like, but if this gets turned into a movie, she's going to want the woman who actually plays her to play that role. She wouldn't want to be in that role. Neither just chilling. Maybe you should have wrote the book. Low key, I would have knocked it out the park for her. But she did her thing. You know, I think she wrote it herself. She probably had somebody proofread it, but you know, she did her thing. She's a woman who's not a writer, and she wrote something. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's dope. She, you know what I'm saying? She's trying out her different things. Like that's like if she dropped like a single. She's a person who doesn't rap or sing, and she's rapping and singing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's dope. But thinking about that last scene, that's dope, because I can see it now. I literally can see the movie from beginning to end. I definitely wonder the kitchen scene, but if it is her in the future now, yeah, fuck it. I should just have her at the end. Yeah. I'm just going to have her at the end. And what's crazy about that is, that's going to be so tough. I don't think I should do that, because she's going through something in her life right now. And so she's, you know, she's not prepared to do voiceover work right now. That's the only thing that sucks. She's not prepared to do that. This is the perfect, this is so fucking perfect. Because I'm thinking like Young Rock, you know what I'm saying? The Rock had that little show. And I mean, the nigga, he narrated it. But you knew it was him. It wasn't a different nigga. But the bottom line is that reveal of it being, you know, that story from her. I'll just get a different girl. The more I want this one girl that I know to do it, the less sense that shit gonna make. So that's gonna be dumb. Oh, I wonder, huh? I don't like her voice for this. You know, honestly, I was thinking about putting Divine Diva in there, because the film scene will be simple, just sitting at a table, like, you know, at an outdoor sit down thing, you and your friend having girl talk, having coffee, boys, and then that's it. It only takes like 30 seconds, but I don't think her voice is gonna match because it's got to be kind of. It's got to be different. It's got to be different. Oh fuck! I gotta find. I don't even want to tell her that I'm. Cause like, yeah, I just gotta find. I gotta find. And I'm having fucking Jesus this, so that makes sense. Jesus Christ. I have that thing where I've told you before, my dreams and stuff. I gotta find an Antoinette. I gotta find an Antoinette. Because her voice gotta have a little, like, the chick that's playing China. Oh, she gonna kind of look she gonna, she got that look for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, everybody hates Chris. Chris! That's Wesker, Albert Wesker. Hell yeah! Freshy Zell said he's down. Hell yeah! Okay, so Freshy Zell is down. So I feel like he's either one. Let me see how I should mark these bitches. Hell yeah, bro. That's the energy I need. That's the energy I need. Let me set you up. Let me throw the softball. And have you catch that bitch, bro? Let's fucking go. Freshy Zell with the check mark. Let's fucking go. So I'm looking at the list of the roles, and I don't feel like yet I want to put him down yet because I don't know which. If I'm eliminating the two doctors, that's going to leave it to 4 Johns, 4 cops, and the 2 main cops. That's 10 roles. That's 10 roles. I can see him playing a John if he got time. I can see him playing a cop. That's why I don't even want to put him down because neither one really lends itself to that. But when you're being creative and you're doing stuff, you do want to kind of get good news. I think the thing for me, for a lot of people that I work with, not like on a work with them, like I'm working with them because I know them personally, so I try to help them with stuff. I try to give them whatever I feel like they need in that situation. Sometimes it's not advice. Sometimes it's a contrary perspective. Sometimes it's feedback. Sometimes it's, saying validation, vindication. The bottom line is when people were telling me stuff, like my motherfucker was telling me how much he was going to make at this event, and it was going to be $40 for niggas to get in, and it was like a pool party because he was going to have a club, but he was going to put a pool in the backyard. So it was going to be a pool party / fashion show, sexy fashion show / Mardi Gras. So a bunch of I don't know. So he got that together and then said he was going to sell tickets for $40 and he was going to have booths for like $150. Mind you, the booths, I've been to that because there's like 2 of them and they're terrible. So I don't know if you niggas going to pay $200 for it. And he said that this show was going to make $20,000. And I was just like, you got to, so I'll just ask a simple question. I'll be like, so how much does it cost to throw the show? And then immediately, nigga, I ain't thinking about that. What do you mean you're not thinking about that? Like, again, I'll just be like, but I want to walk away from these situations. But then I get so P, you want to get down and be a partner? Because all I need is $400 from every person. And then that's all the money we need. And it's just like, you got to make a nigga believe in your dream, believe in your concept, believe in your platform, believe in your pitch. And if you don't, you have to work on your pitch because a person shouldn't have to believe that hard. You should have something. When that nigga said, I'm going to make gasoline out of plastic, the nigga made gasoline out of plastic. If you had any money to invest, and that's all you need to see. Oh, you trying? Oh, yeah. I got some money. If you can't convince people off your pitch, you can have gasoline made out of plastic. But if your pitch ain't right, because you're not talking right, a nigga not gonna get behind your fire because you just didn't do it good enough. So half the time it don't even be about being right, being correct. What matters is how you pitch it, and that's what matters more. But I love getting that 5 o'clock in the morning. That's got a yes, I'll be in your movie. That's what I want to hear. You know what? I told myself I wouldn't do this because I was going to drive downtown. I was going to bring you guys with me, but I think I was going to tomorrow otherwise during the day, and I can just, I made it less. It still tastes bad. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Okay, so opening scene. So if we're getting that film lot, then we're all good for that. So I don't have to think about that. We'll just go there, shoot the scene real quick, desk, whatever. Again, if it's noir, if it's film noir, ooh, this is totally film noir. It was a chilly early evening, April evening in Detroit when I became aware of the code of silence within Detroit's law enforcement community. A legend within its subculture that extends beyond the badge might have a fatal outcome. I had foolishly believed I was safe behind the badge. Crime in the city was high, and so were the citizens' complaints about drugs and prostitution. Everyone in the station automatically knew, as though a sounding of an alarm had been triggered. A citywide offer to engage Vice Unit sting operation was activated in the precinct for the night. Offer to engage, as in offer to engage the services of another or solicitation for an act of prostitution from a Detroit ordinance. China, you're the decoy for the night, Lieutenant Dan announced during the 6:45 p.m. roll call. It was time to go undercover. 10:40, Lieutenant Dan, I replied, headed down the hallway to prepare for my shift. I reached into my backpack, pulled out my headset, and played R. Kelly's Bump and Grind, which helped me approach into the dressing room, thinking to myself how amazing this camouflage or hideaway hub they called the Batcave was. The Batcave was camouflaged within Detroit's abandoned industrial decay in the concrete structure that housed the Vice and Narcotics Unit, a secret hideout just blocks away from the Middle East or from the Eastern Market, the morgue, Detroit Receiving Hospital, and downtown Detroit. Okay. So this is officially a motherfucking film noir. I like it. I asked them how much. I can just think of, she's going to narrate it and be like, because there's scenes where she talks about busting the guy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking, I'm just making sure so that it's concrete, there's no issues. Minutes later, a red Mustang slowly rolled across the street from the corner where I stood on display. A black male driver, its sole occupant, waved and beckoned me to come closer. Again, this is like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be said. I approached the passenger side as he rolled down the window. Hey, I giggled while adding hot pink lip gloss to my lips. So that makes me feel like just showing her adding the lipstick, adding the lip gloss, boom. You know, you almost like you don't like almost like you don't see her face, you just see here, and she just adds that something. She's like chewing some gum, it's just all hypersexualized and shit. And then you see him and he, you know what I'm saying? He just boom, boom, boom. And then she describes, he asked, "You dating?" A handsome young man. He was dressed in Detroit Pistons gear from his baseball cap to his jersey, even wearing a gold blinged out Detroit Pistons watch that shined in my eyes, almost blinding me. I can't wait to do like a Sam Raimi version of that. He looked young enough to be my son, with a teddy bear nose and a clean shaven boss baby face. The scent of Tommy Hilfiger cologne and tequila wafted from the car. He must have taken a bath in them. I had a nose like a hound. Plus, I love the scent of both. Maybe he's been at the game, or maybe he just left the bar, I thought. "What you charge?" "I don't have that much on me. I don't have that much cash on me," he said, and his pretty eyes beamed with excitement. Beads of sweat radiated lust and desire. His long-fingered hands fluttered nervously through the air, motioning for me to get into the car. "It's whatever," I replied. "How much you charge?" So instead of having her say it's whatever, because when he says how much you charge, I'm almost saying she's like, if she's narrating, he asks how much I charge, saying he doesn't have much cash. Yeah, that's film noir. You know what I'm saying? He asked how much I charged. It's not her doing it, but I'm thinking of the, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like a gumshoe, like Dick Tracy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The dame came in with legs that'll turn your eyes into jelly, and no toastness is necessary. I don't even know if you have those allegories and shit. But the idea that it would be her narrating what the guy says. Maybe I would record his voice. I don't know. I feel like listen, out of the entire movie, this entire short, "What you charge, I don't have that much on me. And you sure you ain't no cop? And hey, how about some hair for $5? That's literally all the audio. That's the only dialogue in the entire movie. You know what I'm saying? I approached the passenger side as he rolled down the window. "Hey," I giggled. You know what I'm saying? That is like the narrator could just say that. It's already the woman. Just like, you know what I'm saying? She's already narrating. Almost as if it's a dream. Like, listen, because here's the thing. Upon second viewing, everything she's saying is narrated like it's a dream, like she's talking to Venus, describing the dream. So when it gets to that part where she's like, "I hate this part," because she's reliving the dream. Like, she's thinking about her daughters. This character's dying in an alleyway, even though she called the cops to get her friends some help. I gotta find out one more way to turn that around to where she was so selfless that that's the reason why she died. Like those guys who shot at her, they didn't kill her. It was because she did something selfless that helped her partners, and they got to live, and it caused her to not live. That's truly what is going to set it off for her. But why would she leave the car? She's like looking around. Maybe it's like one of those, you know, it's like, "Tiger! Tiger! Oh my God. Tiger! Black! Oh my God. Oh, 911. Officer down in the corner of 5th and MLK. Send units now. Now, Dad! And then, like, the niggas who shot up that bitch, they start walking up, and she's hurt. She's like, and she looks over at Tiger, because you know Tiger gonna get, you know, he's already in critical condition. he's spitting up blood and shit. So she's like, so she goes, she undoes her shit, and then she grabbed that motherfucking heater, and then she go outside, and she opens the door, and she says, freeze! And they laugh, and she says, freeze! And then she lets up a couple shots, and like she probably kills like 2 of the 3 dudes. She pops like 2 of the dudes because she does this, and the reason this needs to happen is because if she allows those dudes to come to the car, they're just going to execute all of them. But if she goes out and possibly dies, then they won't come back for her partners who are in critical condition. She's got to hold it down until the rest of the cops come. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, they would have shot that bitch up and dipped because she would have a person out there walking with her, and then she would have a person in the car. But I guess the idea of what they're saying is that all of them were in the van at the same time. So that's why they would all be exposed. So then it's like rain. You know what? I think I just had a brain fart because I don't even remember what I was even talking about. Oh yeah, the car, her getting shot up. So she leaves to protect them, but because you would think that there'd be other units around. So like the idea is that let's take a break because they had 11 and they were supposed to get 12. So like, come on, let's just stay. She's like, I want to get back to my kids. And they're like, come on, let's stay out just for one more. We just gotta get 12. Let's get one more. And she's like, well, let's take a break real quick. So she goes to the van. Her decoys go with her. You know what I'm saying? There's the 2 dudes, Tyga and Black, and her, and they're in the car. But theoretically, there would be other units nearby. But you know, it's a movie, so we're just gonna make it make sense for the movie's sake. And I've got this cold ass intro that I'm not gonna show you all of it for, but this bitch is nuts, bro. Like, it was so wild that it just got thrown my way like that, bro. Like, it was a video that I saw in my on X. I saw it on X. It wasn't a movie, it was just a clip.
I think I'm bullshitting y'all. I think she an undercover cop too. Watch this. Watch. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Shit be getting spicy out here. She in the well. That's another cop. Dressed as a worker. Shit cop. About the booking. Oh shit. Shit about to get spicy. She started a whole conversation. Yeah, Bobby, how much? Yeah, baby, come suck this dick. How much, Bobby? Give me $10, Bobby. Get in your car, Bobby. Shit about to get spicy. Got him. Pulled up on his ass. Booking. Booked him. She about to take off. Like nothing happened. Walk away. Hey, get the fuck out. Got him.
You know what I'm saying? I want to put that bitch at the beginning of the whole movie just to set the tone, bro. I feel like that's perfect. Just I'll trim it down a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But like his vernacular, the situation, it's real. All that shit is perfect. It sets the tone perfectly. It's just now you want to have a dope ass intro, boom, there it is. Now I did think about recreating this bitch, but then I would have to have another woman, and you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. I could do it with the same woman and just have her, you know. Ooh. That is crazy to have that what I just did there to remake that, having a nigga narrating the whole thing, having her do the whole thing, and having it be the woman who is the main character of the fucking story, China. So it is her on this, so that when things go cracking off later, you see that there's a reason why we're like, oh, niggas was kind of low key hip, and they had already peeped her out before. So that's the reason why someone came up and gave her these numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it explains it. That's so much better. That's so much better. I'm so happy with that. I gotta stop putting my fucking markers up here because they keep falling down. Replace intro video phone footage. I just want to make sure if I come back to it and be confused, I ain't be confused. Shit, it's already 5 something. It's like if I go downtown right now, it's gonna be like 5 o'clock. It's gonna be 6 o'clock traffic for niggas going to work. I'm gonna get caught in some shit I didn't even ask for it. Okay, one last time. Batcave. I don't have any thoughts about her going to the changing clothes in the locker room, other than I gotta try to find a fucking locker room that'll make sense that we can shoot at. Maybe like a boxing gym, you know, have like a women's section or some shit like that. I don't know if there would be like a big locker room, but she just describes it as a locker room. So there's that scene. There's all the busts that happen. I just gotta find a location or a couple locations for that, and that's nothing. I am worried about the angles to make sure we don't get no license plates in. Yeah. And I'm worried about the weather because it's gonna be so fucking cold at night, and the daytime is better, so it makes me feel like it should just be a daytime movie. With the nighttime scene with her getting shot at night, but if I got her crawling in the fucking alleyways and shit, so I changed up the shooting. Oh, I just had the fucking idea, right? Check this out. So it's in the car. They're sleeping. All of a sudden, she just... Bow, 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 bow. She wake up like boom, boom, boom. Look, she doesn't get hit. Tiger gets hit. Bow. Black gets hit. Bow. She undoes her pulls out her motherfucking 9-piece, goes out the car. Freeze. You know, so she's shooting at these niggas. Fast. Couple of niggas go down. She got me. So then she don't see nothing, like she'll hear nothing. So she looks back at Tiger and them, and she so she pulls out her phone and she's like, "Now one partner down. I have 2 partners. This shot." And then because she's on the phone trying to save her friends, she neglects to see that someone else pulls up on her, and he just gets her one of these numbers. You know, like, but we'll see it from like a wide angle. You know what I'm saying? See it from like a wide, and we don't see her necessarily get shot. But I guess no, that's not as because it's no, because she needs to get shot in some way to where her life is in danger. But I want it to be because she was saving her partners. She was saving her partners, and she got out of the car and shot back. She's shooting at these niggas. She's shooting at these niggas. And then, oh shit, I just fucking realized. I need better batteries for my camera. It's not gonna make it. So I have to buy some more batteries or I'm gonna be fucked out there. So that sucks. It's gonna come out of the budget. That sucks. But I need to do it. So I'm glad I'm thinking through everything. That's what, like after tonight, I don't want to think about this movie at all until it's time to go. That's why I have to have everything conceptualized tonight. I don't want to come back to this movie. Everything is like I got all my tasks of things that I need to do here. So I need everything thought through tonight. And that ending. She gets shot. She shoots at them. She takes down two of the guys. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't know there's a third guy. He doesn't walk up on her, but he shoots back a couple times, and she realizes that she's got to get to a phone. So she reaches in the car, grabs the phone, comes back. She's back outside. You know, hello, everyone. We got a officer down, coming down the 3rd Street, Martin Luther King. Bing, bing. And then like she goes back up to shoot a couple times. Foul, and then she gets hit in the chest. Bow. She falls back down. Come. You know what I'm saying? You know, boom, boom. And so it's not as the implication isn't. It's not as implicit, I believe. But it's like if she would have stayed her ground and just kept shooting at the 3 perps and not try to grab her phone to help her partners, she'd have been fine. But she went to grab the phone to call. Ding, ding. She blocking shots, and she goes back up to shoot again while on the phone, and she gets shot. But she does save her friends, and now she's on the ground right now in the corner in the alleyway, and she like, and then as the blood pumps from her chest and shit like that, you see the flashbacks start. The flashbacks, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I better write that down. And gets shot calling help for Black and Tiger. There we go. Now we got a woman who is, not a victim. She went out her own shit, and she was a hero. She saved her people. sidewalk is my wrong way. You wear it well, happy. You wear it well. I pick you up myself. Motherfuckers saying shit to her. And my mom. Ooh, she doesn't even have to say anything to this nigga. Because Tiger says some scandalous shit to her. I bet your father would be happy seeing you have a job that lets you dress up like a hooker. And then she says back to him, yeah, I bet he would. All right. And she says, yeah, I bet he would. And my mama would be proud to know I was arresting pervs like him too. And I feel like that's something she'll think. Narrating, you know, so like maybe there will be a line Tiger says, yeah, I bet he would. I'm trying to think of her mindset. Yeah, I bet he would. Yeah, I bet he would. And my mom will be proud because I'm putting away pervs like him too. But then if she didn't narrate, yeah, I bet he would. Yeah, I bet he would. So she must be dead. That's one of those pieces that I might have to. We'll have to see. Yeah. He said, jackpot. He took the bait. I had a feeling he would. Jesus Christ. 11 down, one more to go. 12 was our quarter for the night. Most times, working Vice was an 8 to 12 hour shift. From dusk till dawn, pretending to be a prostitute was like being in a play, and I was the main attraction. I dressed up, changed sets, and used the streets of Detroit as my stage. I broke records for the number of impounds and arrests. Men and women, all races, no matter their marital or economic status and occupation, prowled the streets, searching for a quick sex fix like a drug addict, waiting to shoot heroin into their veins. So she really felt some way about that. Yeah. Any notes? Any notes you can help me out with? Anything? Feedback? Feedback. 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 I hope I get back today, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping. Saturday night, what the fuck going on? I just said like this one. Right. What's on this one? Oh. Was your bitch up on the poles and polarizing? Did you love it or did you hate polarizing? I need your input today, polarizing. Did you feel it in your bones like Rocky 3? And I'm talking sliced alone.
What's wrong with me? Yeah, you think I'm losing all control? You know I'm on a roll, and you know that I'm about to let it go. It's polarizing inside me. Yeah, it's polarizing. I'll take you for a ride. I see nobody wants to talk what's happening morally. After this, I'll probably be napping, call the police. But is that just 911? I'm having fun, but I hope that you have some, cause soon I gotta go. And I just want to know, what did you think of that damn song? It was hate runs deep, and I can hear that all night long. I think that I must sleep. Hey.
Oh, that's even better.
What does motherfucker think? What do you guys think? Think about me. What do you guys think about his thing? I mean, asking you guys. You guys are getting my, my face connection.
I just added a detail to make sure that China was more of a badass. Whoa! Man, I'll tell you, bro. I would go. But I wouldn't pay to go. They want too much money, man. Look. Okay, Google. How many seats are projected to be at WrestleMania this year, night one, and what percentage of them are still left available to purchase?
You're not going to hear anywhere else, okay?
WrestleMania 42 is happening this year on April 18th and 19th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. For WrestleMania Saturday on April 18th, it looks like tickets are selling fast. One seller indicates that only about 3% of tickets are still left available for purchase for that night. The number of seats available at Allegiant Stadium can change, depending on how they set up the ring. But for big events like this, the capacity is typically over 60,000. Would you like me to share the starting price for the Saturday tickets?
Okay, for WrestleMania this year coming up, how many seats are they listing for night one, and how many seats are still available to purchase anywhere online, and thus give me the percentage of tickets that they have sold already.
WrestleMania 42 night 1.
WrestleMania Saturday
April
for
18th,
night 1
2026.
has distributed
Okay, Google, stop.
60,700 tickets.
Okay, Google, stop.
45,767. Current configuration.
Available to purchase, 1,872 individual tickets, plus 1,180 combo tickets. Percentage sold, 93.3%. WWE has distributed 42,715 tickets so far. While the stadium's total capacity for other events is 65,000, the wrestling setup is currently capped at the lower listed number. Percentage is calculated based on the 42,715 tickets distributed out of the 45,767 setup.
So I checked this number 5 days ago, and they had 65% of the tickets sold. I was like, oh yeah, that's a problem. 40% ain't bought tickets? That's a problem. Now it says it's up to 93% or something like that. So maybe they've done a lot better in the last couple of days, last 5 days. What I will say is that they gave 50% off. I think it was 25% off from last Friday to this past Monday. So they were, I don't know. It wasn't looking good. The prices have gone up, but they went down 25% for night one from SmackDown on Friday all the way until Monday Night Raw this past Monday. So it was like 4 days where you can get it for 25% off. This is my motherfucking jam, bro. I don't give a fuck. I love this song. I gotta go back to that beginning of that. But yeah, man, so I'm just gonna try to just watch it, hope that nobody books studio time in the exact moment of it. But I'm just gonna get to it, bro. I'll watch it when I can. If I can watch it live, I'll probably try to watch it live. But look, if someone's like, yo, P, let me get 3 hours. Am I gonna give up $180 to watch WrestleMania live? Fuck no. Ain't no fucking way. I'll just watch it later. The fuck? Plus, if I watch it live, it's gonna be on one of those sites, those fuck sites. So it'd probably be better for me to watch it later. This is my motherfucking jam, man. This is off my beatbox. It's called I got a couple more in me. Beatbox looping with PeterPromo. It says I got a couple more in me. Beatbox looping with PeterPromo. This is the jam. I've been up all fucking night getting this movie together, and I feel like I got the movie together, but I feel like I'm trying to go over the last couple little parts, and then what if Rich Davis comes to the both nights and demanded studio time? This nigga said demand. That I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means, bro. But he ain't never been in my studio. His shit would sound crisp. He doing that on my band lab on his phone. So it's like, it's cool. But my shit have been crispy. There you go. There's your robot for the year. So I'm gonna go over the last couple little parts. The commute, got that. The Sting, got that. The rests, all that shit, got that. This is the premonition. It's not a fucking premonition, but it'll just be someone coming and giving her the finger. This chick snap, boom. Then I think I got the fucking movie together, man. That is just my fucking jam. I don't know how you want to cut it, how you want to play it, man, but that's my motherfucking jam. And it says it's supposed to be in the evening, but no, we're gonna do daytime because it's gonna be too cold at night. I'm gonna go over this last time because I feel like I got another drink in me, and I'm winding down, but I don't think there's anything else that I'm missing. We need a gun for that one scene, and we're gonna have it. We're gonna need some red blood for that. We got it. I mean, we don't have the blood, the gun yet, but you know we will have it. Yeah. We need the bottle of wine, but that'll be fine. She said it in the movie when I read the fucking book. It says that $100 bottle. Why did my daughter have my $100 bottle of wine? Like, why did the cost of the wine matter? Remember when J Star got scared because okay, there's two things you need to understand. Okay, first off. That wasn't J Star. That was Aleem. Aleem was the guy. That was the guy who got scared. He was. Aleem is already a contrarian, and he doesn't put that in check. So he will flagrantly be a contrarian to the point of just, so I think he was part of that, and just he wanted to be cantankerous. That's the one. So that's Aleem. The second thing is that is the very last live stream post that J Star made before he tragically died like a month later. So that moment actually means a lot. And I appreciate you being there and being a part of history for that, because there's a lot of people who miss him, and they'll go through that live stream and see you. And there you go. There you go. We miss J Star. Okay, Google, is Bobcat Goldthwait alive?
Yes, Bobcat Goldthwait is alive and well. He's still actively working as a stand-up comedian, director, and screenwriter. He's known for his roles in the Police Academy franchise and directing films like World's Greatest Dad.
I remember him directing World's Greatest Dad. I can't say I remembered it, but I do remember that he did it. I remember that being a thing. I remember. If you mention World's Greatest Dad, I'm not sure if that would be the first thing that I would take it to, but there's certainly a good chance that I would, because I remember that being Robin Williams. That was one of his last ones. It might have been his last one, and it was about his son. I don't even want to, I think World's Greatest Dad is not like a classic like that, but I would say I don't even want to spoil it. Maybe it's in the trailer. But it's Robin Williams and his son. They have a troubled relationship, and a tragedy brings people together. A terrible tragedy brings people together. And I guess I can say it. He's a writer, but his writing has been sucky. And so his son hangs himself and jacks off, and he accidentally kills himself. Autoerotic asphyxiation. So he writes a very beautiful and poignant suicide note, a suicide letter. But it was like forgiving, and it was raw and right, you know what I'm saying? But he wrote it because he's a writer. And so then everybody loves it. And then his son died, so everyone's dick sucking him, like, oh my God, your son. And then what he wrote was so, and he wrote it. So then he's riding the coattails of faking his son's eulogy or his son's suicide note because he is a writer, but his career wasn't going nowhere. And so, you know, it's that fucking humor like that, like Bobcat Goldthwait would have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mafia. Good call. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm about to get the fuck out of here, bro. Because
the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. What type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when I get dead? Do you think somebody really wants to think about you? I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about?
that was a 13-year-old girl. That was a 13-year-old girl. That was a 13-year-old girl.
I am writing for
Oh shit, Jay Money said yes. I've got 5 news with fries. Jay Money is certainly going to be a John. Although he could be a cop, but I'm going to say he's a John. Okay. Starting to fill up these roles. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just getting into that motherfucking zone. You filling up the roles. Niggas starting. I'm seeing how things is panning out. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. All right, it's 5:43 in the motherfucking place to be. I guess I'm gonna fucking call. I don't even know how long I've been streaming and shit. Mafia, what you about to get into, bro? It says about 3 hours. Damn, been on here about 3 hours? I only got on here at like 2 something? 2:43? 2:40? Mafia, not with us. Mafia is no longer with us today. You see, Rudy. I think I got all the scenes together. Going to the house that's going to be on the film set. I need the actors to be there for that. I got to figure out that day of shooting to see if I can get all of these shot in one day. We go to the film set and we shoot the locker room and we shoot the Bat Cave and we shoot the hospital if we need it. We might not need it with my revised version. We don't need a hospital. And we also shoot the bedroom, the house scene, so that, you know, it can make it seem like, you know, the kids, you know, one in the kitchen, one in the living room. You know, I could go to someone's house and shoot that too. So that wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah. You know that I got fire. 5 niggas with fries. Mafia is probably out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. When the Mafia is gone, I'm gone. And I see that it says there's at least one person watching, so I don't know, Creepo, what you're doing. But thank you for coming through, Creep. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah. But I got my entire movie thing together. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. You didn't say anything if I did. I'm out of here, but stay tuned for the prologue of Behind the Badge. It's gonna be coming pretty soon. We're gonna shoot this week, so stay tuned. Be a watcher, be a doer, and be yourself. Because everybody else is already taken.